So I'm Kelly Wolford.
Hi.
Okay, doing Palooza last year. I sponsored National Internet Cat Day and decided to do a celebration this year. So I ran
Nice.
across actually I read, was it in Slate, the magazine article?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I read that and that was awesome. And so I went and found your accounts and then was just like blown away because it's the heart of the heart of Palooza, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So can you tell me a little bit about how you got even got the idea for the accounts? And you have a Twitter and an Instagram, correct?
Yes. Also, Tumblr and Mastodon and
Oh,
Spoutable.
neat.
Um, I figured I would just, yeah, hit all the social media platforms. I might as well. Um, I got the idea. I love animals in general. But cats especially. And I've been a lifelong cat lover, and my parents are cat lovers. And obviously, humans have had a really special relationship with cats for
Mhm.
thousands of years. And so I was interested in cats. I was interested in our history with cats, uh, and this special relationship we've had with them,
Mhm.
because we really didn't domesticate them. Like we didn't pluck them out of the wild and make
Mhm.
them live with us.
Right.
They
Chose
really
us.
chose to
Mhm.
come live with us. It was a mutual
Yeah.
arrangement. Um, and so, we don't have a lot of the earliest history of that, but as soon as more people were writing and creating art, and in a way that was preserved so that we can
Mhm.
still see it today, there's this extensive record of our relationship with them. Um, and
Yeah.
I always thought that was really cool and didn't know of an online like repository for that.
Mhm.
Um, Also, I liked a lot of image accounts online, but they would just kind of take random images,
Yes.
do like a Google image search and snatch
Mhm.
them. And I wanted to create something where I was also posting links to the sources so
Nice.
people could find out more about the artist or the photographer or the subject. So there isn't always information available, but whenever there is, I try to make sure to include that.
That's awesome. I just read your post about that, the accounts that don't give attributions. So
Yeah.
so I understand. I feel the same way about them. I don't follow them. Um,
Yeah.
who do you have with you there?
Oh, this is Francie.
Oh, hello,
She's
Francie. She's very pretty.
she spends just hours in my lap every day.
Yeah.
I call her my barnacle baby because she's stuck to me all the time.
When did you start doing Cats of Year?
Um, it was 2 years ago in May, so yeah, almost
Nice. Wow.
exactly 2 years ago. And yeah, obviously it struck a chord with people because
Hmm.
I'm at 110,000 followers on Twitter
Hmm.
now,
Yeah.
and I think almost 35,000 on Instagram, like 10,000 on Tumblr. I don't know the other ones.
Mhm.
But it's something that really resonates with people because I've never done anything to promote the account really.
Really,
I
that's impressive.
On Twitter, I almost never use hashtags. I've never done a promoted post or anything like that. People
Mhm.
just kind of found it, I don't know, organically, and it took off.
That's really neat. Um, how do you go about finding material?
Um, I I mostly search for museums and photo archives. I look for like small historical societies. I'll search for a county historical society or
Nice.
county um, library photo archive, sort of like these smaller institutions that are doing, such important work, scanning and
Yeah.
uploading all these thousands and thousands of photos, and just making them available to people for free. I mean, that's
Yes.
part of my mission, I guess, is not just showing people cats, but also, you know, showing them these resources that we all have access to that are just amazing. And, you know, people work so hard on them, and just to get
Yes.
more eyes on them and more people appreciating them. I've had people say, you know, oh my gosh, I'm from this town and I had no idea we had this. And
Wow.
I was able to look up photos of my street where I live and stuff like that. So that's really gratifying.
Do you have any archiving background or
Nope,
library background? No,
none at all.
self-taught. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So, what do you think are what are the most popular? Obviously, cats, but do you have a more popular era or um, subject matter that's gets
Um,
better?
uh, well, this sort of a conundrum for me is one of the most popular types of posts is always if cats are dressed up,
Mhm.
um, which is one of my least favorite things. I don't
Mhm.
really condone dressing up cats because
Yeah.
they don't understand what's happening. You know, it's
No,
kind of a
they've already
confusing
got
assault
clothes.
for them. Yeah. Um, so there's almost since photography began, there have been people, you know, like cramming cats into little costumes and sort of forcing them into anthropomorphic, you know,
Yeah.
activities. So they look like people doing stuff. And um, I don't think I've ever posted the most famous of those. There are a couple of photographers who were very well known for that, and I don't think I've posted that. Occasionally, I'll post like if little kids have dressed up a cat,
Mhm.
because I don't know, it's part of most people's history with cats, and it's innocent. It's not like an adult who was deliberately,
Right.
you know, dressing up a cat just for commercial
Mhm.
reasons. They weren't like commodifying this cat's discomfort. Um,
Yes.
but for the most part, those are the most popular. They do really well, but I don't post them very often.
Mhm.
And
What
I
is
think
yours? Go ahead. Sorry.
um I think most of the favorite ones are just ones that show a sincere connection between a person and a cat. So those are probably the second most popular, and those are my favorite.
Yeah.
Where there's just genuine affection that you can see between the cat and the human, and nothing is being posed or forced, and the
Mhm.
cat isn't being coerced into doing anything.
It's- Yes, that's great. What are the oldest images that you have, or
Um,
when are they?
well, the oldest artistic images, I think, are generally Egyptian. Um, you know, like the first little figural,
Mhm.
uh, I think, cat was it was a perfume vessel from
Mhm.
ancient Egypt, and of course there are engravings and some records of paintings left. And I um, I wish I could show more of those, but I feel like there's a little bit of an ethical dilemma often because they're pieces that have really been stolen
Yes.
by museums and,
Mhm.
you know, especially the
Yeah.
British Museum and other institutions. So I don't show a lot of those because I feel a little conflicted about it. But the earliest photos are I like from the 1850s and 60s,
Okay.
uh, which
So,
is quite early on
yeah.
photography.
Right.
The exposure times were like a few seconds by then. It wasn't like the cat had to be still for like 5 minutes.
I was just
If
going to
it-
ask that.
right. If it was well lit by the 18 like 50s ish, they could get an image in I don't like 3 to 8 seconds. So
Mhm.
if a cat was sleeping or just very obedient, they could get an
Mhm.
image by then.
So, do you do any photography yourself? Do you have a background in that?
Um, just a hobbyist
Yeah.
background. Definitely not professional, but my boyfriend and I love going for walks in the woods around here.
Mhm.
Um, of course, we live in Vermont, so it's
Mhm.
very,
Yeah, Vermont's beautiful.
yeah. Um, and so I love taking pictures of just like, mushrooms in the woods, or
Mhm.
there's lots of ponds around here. We'll go and take pictures of birds and just, you know, watch everything being beautiful.
That's awesome. That's very cool. So when you are deciding what to post, do you have a big backlog, or do you try to do things seasonally, or how do you go about that?
Um, I used to pre-schedule a lot in advance, but I don't know. It started feeling like robotic to me.
Mhm. Yes.
Um, and so now I'm pretty much posting everything like in the moment.
Mhm.
Just depending on how I feel that day and what I find that day.
Mhm.
Um, so I don't have such an even distribution of posts throughout the day, but
Mhm.
it feels more connected for me and
Mhm.
more sort of genuine and sincere.
Yep.
Um, and so, I mean, sometimes I'll be looking and looking and I just don't find anything that day. And then I'll go back into my archives and pick out like favorite things from the past
Mhm.
and put those up. Um, and I'll do special posts for like for Halloween. I posted something every hour for
Mhm.
Halloween last year. And I love
Neat.
Christmas.
Yeah.
So I I put up just a ton of Christmas stuff usually. But I try to limit it to Christmas Day because I know
Yes.
a lot of people get sick of Christmas, and um,
Yes.
you know, the music is playing in every store you walk into, and so I don't want to
Yeah. In
overload people
October.
on it. But on
Yeah.
Christmas Day, I generally put up a lot of stuff.
And do you generally just post the images? I know you wouldn't use those dopey stickers or anything, but do you ever add music or anything?
Nope. Even on Instagram, where I mean, people say all the time that you have to use reels to get engagement on Instagram. You have to use
Mhm.
videos, you have to use
Mhm.
reels. I don't think I ever have until recently. An artist did two portraits of my cats just as a
Mhm.
gift, and
Mhm.
I was blown away. And I wanted to make sure she was getting, um, like some engagement and followers because it was just
Yeah.
a wonderful thing to do. So I put up one reel. I had to figure out how to do it. Um, and I used some like animated stickers on that, but it was the first time I had done it. Mostly it's yeah, I mean it's really just the power of the cats and our connection
Mhm.
to them that
Yes.
makes people view. I haven't had to use any like engagement tricks or
Mhm.
um
That's
yeah,
wonderful.
anything
That's
to
really
draw
awesome.
people in.
Mhm. And that really speaks to the power of cats on the internet. People just can't get
Yeah.
enough of them. And your account is so unique that that's awesome. And when, like I said, I was just so excited when I heard about it.
Yeah.
I'm so happy you took some time to talk to me. Is there anything else you would like to share?
Um, I don't think so. As the account has grown, I think one of the most exciting things is uh being able to speak out for especially special needs cats.
Yeah.
Shelter cats in general, but especially ones with some health challenges.
Mhm.
The ones that are like maybe can't see very well, can't hear very well. My
Mhm.
cats have FIV.
Oh,
Uh, so that's always really close to my heart. And
yeah.
just, adopting over shopping.
Yes. Oh, for sure.
So,
Yeah. We're all about that.
um,
Actually, they just show up at my house.
yeah. We don't have as many as many strays here in Vermont because we have really long winters, so there isn't like the continuous breeding cycle.
Yes.
But the shelter that I usually raise money for, they take like vans of
Mhm.
cats and dogs from Florida and Tennessee, and places with really high volume shelters. So That's one of the reasons I raise money for them, because it's
That's
not just
nice.
for cats here in Vermont. It's, we're taking in these convoys from other states.
Mhm. Yeah, that's I have some very close friends who are involved with that, which was a
Oh, great.
wonderful thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so I have to tell you, and I'm going to ask your permission to post this. As we were talking, Mr. Pink, one of my cats, was very interested. So I have a photo of him staring into the
Oh, good.
screen.
That's great.
So do you mind if I post that? I'll tag you, of course.
Oh, no, that's fine. That's great.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
I really, really, really appreciate it, and I hope you'll come to the show. It's starting to come together.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just it's long, I know, but drop in and out. We've got some really good guests, so
Oh,
I hope
great.
you'll.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. Excellent. Have a wonderful day. I really
You
appreciate your
too.
time. Okay.
Sure.
Take care.
You
Bye.
too. Bye-bye.